Hi everyone, this is Scott Dudley from Funnel Fella Radio, and today my special guest is Carlos Acuna, who runs a funnel agency called Clickfulness, and he's based in Chile. So welcome to the show, Carlos. Are you ready to rock and roll?
Hi, Scott. Yes, ready to rock. Thank you for inviting me today.
Not a problem, glad to have you. All right, so let's just start off at the very beginning, go back, talk a bit about your background and how you first got into marketing and funnels.
Okay, so my profession is electronic engineering. Did that a while ago, and I started working in sales for high-tech companies, sorry, like McAfee, Oracle, IBM, and I did 16 years of sales for tech companies. And then last year I decided to start my own business, and um, I also have a passion for fitness. So my story is a little bit mixed. I've liked fitness for over 20 years now, and I always wanted to start like my fitness business, like in coaching. And at the beginning, I was able to get a couple of customers, and then I couldn't scale. And then I realized I was missing the marketing part. So
Yeah.
last year, when I decided to start on my own, I came into, actually it was Click Funnels that I got into the funnel world and marketing, and I really liked it. So I started specializing in digital marketing.
Okay, cool. All right then, so let's fast forward now to today and tell me a little bit about your agency Clickfulness and what sort of customers that's aimed at.
Okay, so right now I'm focused on lead generation using LinkedIn as a prospecting tool, and then cold emailing, LinkedIn outreach, and content to get prospects into customers. And I focus, or my main clients are B2B SMBs or high ticket coaches and consultants.
Okay, cool. All right, so you're just working on your own at the moment, don't actually have any team members, but what sort of funnels do you normally build for your clients?
Okay, so right now I'm working in simple funnels. I like it keep it simple. It's just application funnels. So like cold email or LinkedIn are the top of the funnel, and then send them to a landing page that's we call it an ignite video, where you can show your dream customers what are the results you're going to give them and ask them to book a call with you. So it's basic application funnel.
Okay, yeah, I mean, the benefit of simple funnels is it's easy to find sort of where they're broken, whereas if you've got a complicated funnel that's got 500 different entry points, then it's almost impossible to pinpoint exactly, where the issue is. So I tend to agree with you, and Russell says that as well. It's better to keep things as simple as possible.
Yeah, right. So it's not, you don't have a lot of breaking points, and since I'm specializing in lead generation, this is enough for what I offer.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, keep it nice and simple. All right, so do you also offer traffic and optimization services as well?
Yes, well, lead gen is basically sending traffic to the funnel we build, and then I'm also partnered with Funnelytics, and I like the tracking availability functionalities that Funnelytics gives you. So once the funnel is live, we can optimize and add other traffic sources if the customer wants as well.
Yeah, exactly. So Funnelytics sort of makes it nice and easy once it's all set up to see exactly what's going on in the funnel. So, and it's sort of, it's very professional when you're showing clients that as well.
Yeah, so you can actually track all the traffic sources where they're coming, which is the best converting one, so you can tweak your funnel and make it convert better, or use the traffic sources that are really having good results.
Yeah, I love that as well. It's a lot better tool than Google Analytics. Have you used that before?
Yeah, I've worked with Google Analytics, and it's very good, but still you don't have the reporting or uh, the all-in-one place where you can see all your funnels. So it's really nice. I'm an engineer, so I'm all for data and analyzing. So Funnelytics is a great add for my services.
Yeah, perfect. All right, so tell us about one of your most successful marketing campaigns and why you believe it performed so well.
Okay, so one of my customers offers SaaS business. He offers a funnel build for SaaS businesses, and we did a cold email campaign. And what I believe had really good results was, first of all, the targeting, how we prospected the right customers for this funnel. And then we had a cold email campaign, and we had like 80 to 90% open rate. That's really high in cold email, and then 20 to 30% reply rate, and 10% of the total emails that we sent actually resulted into the action we wanted them to take. So I believe the main points were good targeting and personalization. Even though it was greatly automatized, we did look for personalized messages for the audience, and I think that really gave it a good touch and good results.
Yeah, absolutely. The personalization is really important these days because if you're just sending out a generic message, then it tends to lose people. So I couldn't agree with you more.
Yeah, so everybody's just blasting on LinkedIn or emails, and if you don't add a personal touch, then people are just gonna send you to spam folders or never open your whatever you send them.
Yeah, correct. It's more important now than ever. Yeah. All right, so we've already talked about Funnelytics, but what are your favorite online tools and platforms that you use to run your business?
Okay, so I like uh, automation, like I told you, and LinkedIn particularly. I have used a couple, and depending on the customer, I use one or the other. I use WeConnect, it's called, and also Expandy.io. Those are great cloud-based automation tools for LinkedIn. I love Lemlist for cold email. It's the best. You can use images. That was also one of the success points of the campaign. I use personalized images. So we go Lemlist, and I also like a couple of general automation tools. That one is called TextOwl, and the other one is Phantom Buster. I don't know if you've heard of those, but they're really, really interesting.
Yeah, interestingly enough, I haven't heard of any of those, and I'm like right into tech. So yeah, I have to check those out, especially Lemlist. That sounds fascinating.
Yeah, Lemlist allows you to actually, in the highest tier of their packages, you can personalize landing pages, and in the second tier, you personalize images. So you can send I don't know, a coffee mug with the name of your customer and another coffee mug with your name, and just ask them for a virtual coffee or stuff like that. So it's really interesting.
So what? Just Lemlist? Is it Lemlist?
Lemlist, yes,
Yeah.
Lemlist.
Okay.
And they
Cool.
got amazing support, so they reply almost instantly, and they're always giving you some love.
Okay. Excellent. All right. I'll have to check that out. All right. So what are some of the biggest and most common mistakes that you see your clients making?
Okay, so most people have their business offline, and they know what they do, but when they want to turn online, and it's the time to get to customers anywhere in the world, they don't start with strategy, like asking really who do they serve and where can they find them, and they just start. They try to just transition from offline to online with I don't know, building a web page, or they know the funnel concept and they ask to build a funnel, but they don't really dig in the strategy about like knowing their why, and like knowing how their online business is going to differ from their offline business. And that's something that can make them like walk several steps in the wrong direction, and then they have to restart from the basics, going online, knowing why are you doing what you're doing, who is your perfect customer, and how are you going to get to them.
Yeah, that's one thing I've noticed as well. Like a lot of customers, they've got really no idea of the purpose of actually why they're doing what they're doing. And unless you're clear on that, there's a book Simon Sinek wrote, Start With Why, and it's a really good book. And sort of the whole premise of that is that everything should begin with focusing on why you're actually doing what you're doing, and then from there, sort of everything else falls into place. But if you don't know why you're doing it or what the purpose of it is, then yeah, it's a struggle to make it successful, isn't it?
Yeah. Like, asking why it's Simon Sinek, the guy that made it popular, but still it's a very, very valid point and interesting how if you start with why, you can build from there and really get much better results than if you start with what you do.
Yeah, or even how, which some people start with as well. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's right.
Perfect. All right, so what's the biggest challenge that you consistently have to face while running your agency?
Well, like you said, at this moment it's just me, so I'm building like an agency that I can scale. So it's time management, the main challenge. It's able to get the standard procedures in place, start outsourcing part of the business, and being able to actually receive more customers. So right now, if I get 4 or 5 customers, I'm capped. I'm working. I started this year with my first customers, so I haven't been that long into this game. So I'm thinking in the scaling part and the standard procedures and managing my time correctly. So this is something that has a bigger future than just me.
Yeah, that's the hardest thing when you're starting off by yourself, and then to actually grow the team. But I actually did a podcast with Nathan Hirsch a couple of days ago, and he's an outsourcing expert, and he was saying that the best way to start is to start off with a VA for 5 hours and just offload stuff that you can free up your time, with those 5 hours, and just start off with that. 5 hours is all you need. And then from there, you can gradually build upon that and add more and more. But yeah, if you just start off with 5 hours, then that's a start. And that frees up 5 hours of your time a week. So
a week. That
yeah.
was my question. 5 hours per week. So yes, you still have to find the correct VA. So that's an advice that I might take. I might hear that episode with Nathan, so I get more insights regarding time management.
Yeah, it's a good episode. Yeah, I learned a lot of stuff as well. Yeah. All right, so sort of with an eye to the future, what are you curious about or researching right now regarding funnels and digital marketing?
So I like automation and connecting stuff. That's my electronics engineering background. So
Yeah.
like researching in connection tools. Like I've recently started studying like Integramat. That's like a replacement for Zapier, and
Yep.
being able to connect all the tools that you use. So it requires the least human actions and therefore mistakes as possible, and also that helps to scale things up. So there's not one solution that makes everything, so you still need to smartly connect different tools or solutions. So I'm into that right now, learning what are the best automations and how you can simplify stuff and connect one end to the other.
Yeah. There's also another alternative that I come across recently to Zapier, which is called Pabbly, Pabbly. Probably very similar to Integramat. But yeah, they had a launch, and I got like a lifetime offer where I don't have to pay each month. But that's another thing that maybe you could look at as well, Pabbly, Pabbly. So all the listeners, so just thought I'd throw that in as well.
Pabbly, great.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely into learning how to connect and automate. That's the next step.
Yeah. All right. So who are your marketing idols or the biggest influences on your career?
Okay, so in my life, it's gonna be not typical my first answer, but I almost sure you haven't heard of him. His name is John Berardi, and he's the founder of Precision Nutrition. So it's actually in the nutrition and fitness side of things, but he's a great marketer. He built this company from scratch and built it. Right now, I guess it's a $30 million per year company, and they have the most amazing marketing and strategy and how they get customers. They give value. They have a lot of free infographics and information. He's a PhD in nutrition. I admire him greatly. So he's definitely the one to follow. And he also has a lot of business insight. He recently launched a book called Change Maker. And it's funny how you can, it's aimed towards fitness professionals, but it's funny how you can adapt it to almost any entrepreneur or any business you have, because it's the same. It's starting with your why, see how you add value, being able to do a great service, and then being able to tell everybody about it. So he's a fitness expert, but he's also a marketing genius, and that's one of my great I don't know, idols, influencers. And then in marketing specifically, well, I can't leave Russell out because he's like a modern age idol. He knows a lot, and definitely he was one of the first guys I started listening to, and he really inspires and makes you gets you into the funnel world, even if you're not afterwards with ClickFunnels and you change or you resonate more with one person or another. Russell is definitely a personality here. And also I like reading a lot, and one of the best books I've read, I actually have it right here besides me, it's the Breakthrough Advertisement with Eugene Schwartz. I actually paid the expensive book because I kept hearing about him, and it's really, it's like the old school, and it still applies. So you just change the response advertisement to whatever you have right now on technology, and it's the same. It works still the same. So there are a lot of legends that are still valid today.
Absolutely. Did you buy that book from Brian Kurtz?
Yes. So I got his, not so expensive. So I've seen that they sell it up to $400. I got it with brand cards. Yeah, that's the current rights. He has the current rights to print and sell that book.
Yeah, I actually had an episode with him as well, and we talked a lot about Eugene Schwartz. So I've got a copy of it as well. It's an amazing book, probably the best marketing book of all time. And like you said, even though it's like 60 years old or whatever, it's still very relevant and applicable to what we're doing now, and it always will be.
Yeah, so the basics are always like, you see everybody today, they still talk about Think and Grow Rich. So I don't know, Tony Robbins, Dean Graziosi, everybody that's right now one of the icons in the industry, they still talk about this 1920 book that started everything about manifestation and stuff. I also have, I also like the spiritual part. So right now, I really follow, or I'm really influenced by Dr. Joe Dispenza. I don't know if you've heard of him.
No, I haven't actually.
It's very interesting, and it's also learning to manifest your life and just the meditation part. Sorry if I'm getting this conversation to another place, but those are influences in my life, and I really appreciate what I have learned from them.
Perfect. All right. Thanks for sharing. All right. So just to wrap this up, where can people go to find out more about your services and or your products?
Okay, so the best place to connect with me is on LinkedIn. I would like to send you the link so you can add it to this episode. But my user, if you just use the LinkedIn/IN/ it's Carlos Acuna U. Sorry, Carlos Acuna U. That's my user on LinkedIn, and I will send you the direct link so you can paste it in this episode.
Perfect. Yeah, we'll grab that. And yeah, so it's spelled ACUNA.
Yeah, ACUNA and a final U, because that's my second last name, and the Carlos Acuna was taken, so I had to add a final U to my name.
Yeah,
It's
no
Carlos
problem.
Acuna U. Yeah.
All right, perfect. All right, so yeah, thanks a lot for your time, Carlos. Really appreciate those insights, and we'll catch up with you soon.
Thank you, Scott. I had a lot of fun today talking to you and learning more about the people you have interviewed. Thank you for having me today.
Perfect. Great to have you on the show. Bye.